In this video, I'm going to discuss the basics of how scripts and objects relate and how scripts are used by Unity 3D. Scripts are a very important part of Unity. If Unity were a real engine, scripts would be the fuel. Most everything that makes up a scene in Unity is an object. Objects are basically containers for scripts and components. We can see the relationship when we select an object and view the Inspector tab. The Inspector tab shows us all of the components that an object is comprised of. In Unity, a component is a script that's applied to an object. You'll find that it's common to use these two terms, scripts and components, interchangeably. The built-in scripts and the scripts you add yourself are what define how an object looks, sounds, reacts, and every other bit of behavior in Unity. Let's look at a basic example of an object you're likely already familiar with, a cube. Selecting the cube populates the Inspector tab on the right. The first component is one that all objects have, the transform. The transform controls the position, rotation, and scale of an object. The other components are what really make the object a cube. The mesh filter, which selects a mesh for this object. The mesh render, which is a component that tells Unity to take the mesh defined in the mesh filter and draw it at the position, scale, and rotation defined in the transform. It's important to note that even though these are separate components, there are dependencies between them. As I just described, the mesh render relies on a mesh filter and a transform being on the object in order to do its job of rendering. So why not put them all in the same component? While it may make sense in some situations, the system is more